Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you for being here and being a part of our soul family. Glad to have you. Um, but today, you may be feeling that push and pull between that which you want to do, that which you wish to do, that which you think would be fun and exciting, and the inertia of responsibility, the inertia of getting things done. And understand that there is a happy midpoint of all of that. And the happy midpoint is really allowing yourself to know that everything works in a balanced and harmonious way. Allow yourself to not get too caught up in the um whole work energy. There's so much Capricorn in the cosmos today. And these last few weeks there have been so much Capricorn, and you may be feeling like you've already been thrown into the pit of work. Remember to take time for yourself. Remember to focus your energy on things that are nurturing and nourishing for you as well. Please remember that there is there's balance and harmony in everything. If you look inside of our bodies, it's simply how our bodies function, how nature functions. There's a ebb and a flow to everything, an ebb and a flow to everything. And so if you're kind of feeling the pendulum swinging in your life more towards um, this pull for responsibility, just always know that um, it's up to you to be able to create systems and uh, restriction, if you will, in your world that says, "Hey, it's okay for me to change my tone and do something else." Um, on that note, on in the energy of all this Capricorn energy and thoroughness, doing, work. I've also noticed that there's a lot of like a fact checking going, or so-called checking going on um, with everything that's going on in the world. Obviously, I've become incredibly vocal about the situation in Iran, which I think is necessary because I don't think the news media is covering it the way that it should, and I don't see, well, there's starting to be some uh, action steps that are being taken, but recently I've noticed too. Uh, I guess because I've put it out there. There have I've received messages from people that are like, oh, this whole thing is caused by this group, and this group planted that seed, and this whole thing that's happening in Iran is uh, masterminded because of money. And be careful what you get behind. And it's interesting. It's interesting what people will hold on to and what people will believe. And you will find, this is where I'm going with this whole thing, you will find exactly the piece of information you are looking for. And so if you are looking to make something wrong and you want evidence about something being wrong, or if you want evidence about something being right in your life, you will find the evidence. That's just the reality with which we live in. And you're going to acknowledge, or you want to acknowledge, that what aspect of you is being reflected there, right? What doubts and what fears or what uncertainties do you have that are in contrast to your knowing, in contrast to your intuition? What is it that you don't trust about your intuition, and what is, I'm going to say, right in your heart, that you have to go and find some kind of proof to prove you otherwise, or evidence to align you with something that perhaps your ego wants to be aligned with, or perhaps what you think is necessary for it to be the right side of history. So be very, very mindful of where you're seeking your information, where your information is coming from, and what you're consuming and taking into your life. And simply ask yourself, is this light for me, or is it heavy? And if it's heavy, if it's true, if it's true for you, it's light. If it's heavy, it's a lie. Okay, very, very simple. And remember, we do not live in a black and white world. There is an energy to things that is it's different for every single one of us, right? I think that there is an ultimate truth, an ultimate truth, and then it is also our awareness around what that truth is, right? Our energy around what that truth is, our point of view of what it is, or how we see it. So I just look at all of this as being more aware that nothing is more important than your intuition. Trust your intuition and follow your intuition. Okay? So let's go ahead and begin our meditation today. Thank you all for being here and for being a part of our soul family. So let's close our eyes and find ourselves in our heart. And as we do so, let's just begin today by taking 3 deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. One more. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And now let's shift our energy, our awareness to the center of the earth. And as we shift our awareness to the center of the earth, let's imagine this beautiful energy swirling around in the center of the earth. And from the space in the center of the earth, let's imagine this energy scooping up fresh earth energy, coming up through the soles of our feet, through our ankles, our calves, our knees, and our thighs, and traveling up through all of our chakras, and popping up outside the top of our head and forming a beautiful ball of light. And now switch your awareness into this ball of light. And imagine this ball of light traveling up out of the space that you're in, higher and higher and higher and faster and faster and faster. Imagine that ball of light lifting you up out past Earth's atmosphere, out into outer space, through different planets and galaxies in the Milky Way, and higher and higher and higher beyond there, out into different layers of light. Some light, some dark. Through those layers out into a beautiful golden-like light. And through the golden-like light into a jelly-like substance light. And through the jelly-like substance light into a beautiful pink haze, which is the law of compassion. And through the law of compassion, you enter into the 7th plane of all that is, the plane of creation, of oneness, and of complete totality. Immediately, your ball of light dissolves into this beautiful energy. You feel the connection, the contribution, the collaboration of all things, all atoms and molecules of existence. Here. From here, we're going to ask for some downloads for the group today. As a reminder, downloads are just energies we receive into our subconscious. Thoughts, feelings, emotions, experiences. Change our beliefs, we change our reality. From here in the theta brainwave, we have access to do so much easier and quicker. So let's see what we've got here today. Change. Change is inevitable, right? Change is an energy that is in everything. It's coherent in everything. It lives in everything. So would you like to know what it feels like to know that allowing yourself to let go and allow change to occur in your life is really what's creating the most space, the most opportunity for you. If you'd like that, say yes. It's so easy and it's so natural for us to want to hold on to whatever that is, to hold on to our beliefs, to hold on to our patterns, to hold on to our lifestyles, to hold on to our people, you know? Um, and we feel so burdened or sad when things change or don't go the way that they have, maybe for a while. But that's okay. Remember that nothing is ever truly, truly ours. Is everything is kind of lent to us. Would you like to know what it feels like to be congruent with the energy? To know the energy and to trust the energy. When you trust the energy, that is really, I think, the only thing that is consistent and true is the energy. And the energy is also changing and transforming as well, right? So, would you like to know what it feels like to know what you can allow yourself to become congruent with in the ebb and flow and changes of the world? If you'd like that, say yes. How many times in your life have things gone in one direction and then all of a sudden there is a shift and everything changes, right? I'm being guided to, natural disasters. How often do natural disasters come? Many of you have, witnessed them or been a part of them, or maybe not, but something comes along and you have a flood and then everything changes, or something comes along and there's something that happens that changes, something that forces you to change, right? Look at what happens afterwards, the rebuild, right? The beginning of something new. Would you like to know what it feels like, looks like, tastes like, smells like, sounds like, and is for you to become aware of the opportunities, the possibilities, everything that is coming for you? I guess this energy is really popping today because of all the Capricorn. Capricorn energy is really not about change. It's really not. It's really a stuck kind of an energy. It wants everything to stay the same. It wants everything to, they say the biggest population of Luddites in the cosmos are always the Capricorns. The Capricorns are the ones that will hold on to the same phone for like 15 years, right? They're the ones that are still on iPhone, 2.0 because they use that energy. Again, nothing wrong with that, but it's an example. So what have you been holding on to? Resisting change. What have you been holding on to that if you allowed yourself the natural process of letting go of, releasing of, that something greater and more amazing can come into your life? If you'd like that, say yes. Would you like to know what it feels like, looks like, tastes like, smells like, sounds like, and is in every single cell of your body to have the Creator's definition, perspective, understanding, and knowing of truth, that you're worthy of having truth in your life and you're worthy of seeing the truth in your life, that it's safe for you to see your truth, the Creator's highest truth in everything? If you'd like that, say yes. And would you like to know what it feels like to not always align and agree and attach yourself to something, but to allow yourself to stay a part of it, right? To have your own voice. If you'd like that, say yes. Okay, so let's shift our energy over to those who require healing. Remember, as we do so, let's please just imagine them surrounded in the Creator's love and in the Creator's light. Imagine them happy, healthy, safe, and protected. Let's please send healing to Eric. Happy, healthy, safe, protected. Let's please also send healing to Anne and Ben and Polly. Happy, healthy, safe, protected. Let's send healing to Jerry. And let's send healing to Sarah. And also to Abraham. And let's also please send healing to Christy. And let's also please send healing to Yvonne. Let's also please send healing, unconditional light, and love to all the people in Iran fighting for their freedom. Because of the blackout, the death toll is uncertain. I've heard everything from 400 to 2,000. Let's just send lots of light and love to all of those beings, strong, resilient, incredible beings. Let's also please send unconditional light and love to the people of Venezuela as they rebuild their lives and start over and be healthy, safe, protected. Last but not least, would you like to know that you are unconditional love, that you be unconditional love, and that unconditional love is your birthright? If you'd like that, say yes. Now let's take our palms and rub our palms together. Faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. Place your palms over your eyes. Your eyes are the windows to your soul. When you're ready, you can open up your eyes, allow that energy to come into your body and into your being. Place your hands on your heart. Congratulate yourself. Thank yourself for being here, for being a part of our amazing soul family. Love you all. Have a beautiful day, a wonderful day, and I will see you same time, same place tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone. Have a great day. Have an amazing day. I love you all. Make it one of